Hey, how you guys are doing? So, I'm up now and I was just thinking about scary dreams. When I was young, I used to have a lot of scary dreams or have dreams about things that, at that time used to scare me. And during that time of, when you wake up, you sweating, your heart is racing, and you feeling like, what the hell? Like waking up from a scary dream or a nightmare, whatever you decide to call it. It feels like it's kind of like low key traumatic because it's like you sitting there, sitting up on your bed, just thinking like, oh my God, did I just really dream that? Was that really a dream? Cause all of the dreams that I used to have when I was young, that was scary. I didn't know I didn't know it was a dream. See, that's the thing. A lot of times when you have scary dreams or nightmares, you don't know like that you're dreaming. You think it's real. For the most part, the majority of my scary dreams, um, it felt like that. Like, yo, this is real. You know, I remember I had a dream that somebody was like chasing me, that they was after me, and I mean, it was so scary. And I thought it was real. Like I thought this person was actually going to kill me. Um, but no shape or form uh did I have inclination like, oh, I'm dreaming. I didn't even think that, it was not like, oh, oh, I'm dreaming. You know how like when you have like a lucid dream, and within a lucid dream, like you aware, like, oh, okay, I'm aware I'm having this dream, right? And so when that awareness come, you're able to like uh change your dreams. Like you're able to do that. Um well, switch the scenery, right? You with a lucid dream, you're able to control it, right? At least I am. you know? But yeah, everyone knows. I don't want to say everyone, because there's some people who are on this journey of trying to understand dreams or getting deeper into dreams and just like all things dreams. Because when I was young, I used to love dreams. I used to love uh, being able to um do things in the dream realm that I wasn't able to do in the physical world. And when I used to be, that thing, it used to fascinate me. But a lot of my friends, they wasn't into stuff like that. But, I was kind of into things like that. They used to just be like, yeah, whatever. I used to always want to talk about not all the time. Like, oh, damn, every topic I'm going to discuss dreams. No. Um I used to want to have topics about dreams or talking about, the many different dreams that we're having, how it's making us feel, you know, and also talking about um, how our lives are now, like trying to make a connection between the dreams that you're having and the actual where you are actually at in your life in this present moment. And those are the topics that I found intriguing and that I wanted to talk about. But my friends at the time just was like, girl, whatever. they was they was like, yeah, okay, here she go with this dream stuff, right? So they wasn't really into it, and I can't like, fault anybody for not being into it. So I guess that's why, like, I wanted to do this page, this YouTube page, or at least like a blog online or something to discuss dreams, so that um I can have this open platform, right, to talk about dreams, right, or to at least give some type of, I don't want to say decoding or anything like that, but more like dream interpretation. Like, I wanted to do this YouTube for dream. It turned into like discussing dreams, dream interpretations, and stuff like that. But when you think about the interpretation of dreams, it really depends on where that person is in their life at that time. Like, or like, what does the symbolism in the dreams mean to them? Because uh if two different people see, like, you know, a lion in a dream, they would have two different meanings behind it. It's not like, oh, universal, where everything means the same, right? Somebody probably will look at lions as, you know, meaning like luck, um or what is it called, like someone who's like a nurturer, a protector, a gatherer, or um whatever, like, you know, meaning people will put with it, like, you know, like depending on how they associate with that animal. Like, some people will see a lion as uh like they scared of it, like, oh my god, no, like he's the king of the jungle, and he's, you know, he a fighter, like they, you know, like, or, you know, they'll probably have different associations that could be like negative, right? So it's like one person could see it as a negative and one person may see it as a positive, you know. So, but it's based off of how you feel about it, you know. So that's why dream interpretation is a bit tricky and stuff like that. Like, yeah, you could have someone interpret your dreams, but at the end of the day, like, how did you feel? Like, a lot of times, you know, when people wake up from even having the scariest dreams, right? And it's like, you wake up, it's a feeling that you have soon as you wake up. And it's like, what was that feeling? Was Did that feeling, you know, lead to a thought, or lead to like a vision on your end, or lead to a message? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and sometimes people will wake up and they could fully see it, like the images and stuff, like uh the different like they could see the dream for what it is, like the broadness of it, like having the full scope of it, like, you know. Whereas some people wake up and they just have feelings, and they don't even have no type of images on none of that stuff. So um so when they just have feelings, then they know, like, oh damn, I had a bad dream, because it feels like, I feel my heart is racing. I feel like this anxiety. I feel like all these different, you know, emotions. You know I had a scary dream, but I don't remember it. And a lot of times, you know, people are in that state where they don't remember their dreams. Like, um, they don't remember it at all. You know, because it shows up. It's not that they don't remember it. Well, some people don't remember it, but they just have to learn how to access it, like access the memory or whatever. Um, and there's certain things that, you know, people could do before going to sleep and immediately doing when they wake up in the morning or whatever. But like, with the whole scary dreams things, right? Uh, there's different kind of dreams, like in terms of that people see as scary, right? And there's a lot of things out there like that will freak you the hell out. Like I know, people think of what I like think of the movie, what is it called? This movie. What is this movie? I can't think of what this movie is called, but it's basically about the little boy who, he get trapped. He gets stuck in a coma, like he's sleep in a coma, right? But he's actually stuck in a dream or stuck on an astral realm, and there's like so many all these dark forces, and they like keeping him there for whatever reason, right? And so I that's the movie I'm thinking about right now, but I can't even think of what the movie is called. I have this other movie that I was thinking about, Inception, but that's something totally different. That's a whole nother movie. But that's the only word that's popping up in my brain. I can't even think of the name of the movie. But it's a scary movie. They just recently came out with uh, a last one. They just recently came out with like a fourth one, I think. A fourth movie or a fifth one. I don't know. Anyway, that was pretty scary because in terms of that was more so like the astral. Oh God, that was more so like that the astral realm, and not necessarily like the dreams. You're like when you go to sleep or whatever. Um, and I honestly feel like that's kind of like separate, like the dream realm and the astral realm. To me, it's two separate. Uh, it's two separate things. But I feel like being in the astral realm, and it's like scary, like you are awake, like when you in the astral realm. I just feel like it's like a step further than being in the lucid, because it's like when you're astral traveling or like astral dreaming or whatever that you want to call it, right? Because this is all in the dream realm, not in the dream realm, but this is all during the times when you're sleeping, like you got your eyes closed, right? Okay, so like being aware that you are having a scary dream and you're in a scary dream, I feel as though like it's more intensifying because it's like if you having a lucid dream, right? And you become aware that it's not real, like you're dreaming, you know? Like let's say for instance, if somebody, right? Like who's seen this movie? What is this movie? Oh God. What is it? It's not, what is it? Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's talk about Nightmare on Elm Street, right? Because that's pretty much a like how that is, right? Not to say that, oh, you bring in things out of your dreams. See, I'm not saying all that, but in terms of you go to sleep, right? And you wake up in the dream realm, and it's something there that's trying to kill you, like literally that's after you, like you waking up and you being sucked. And see, the thing about the dream having a dream, and then like going to sleep and dreaming, and then going to sleep and being sucked into like an astral uh had to have an astral experience, right? And imagine like going to sleep, right? You laying on, like, let's say you laying on your back, right? Because I feel like laying on your back is just the quickest way to actually enter the astral realm, right? So you laying on your back, you have your eyes closed, and let's say you just in your mind you counting down from 20, and you counting slow, and every number is just like a flash in your mind, and it's just like flashing, like it's 20, 19, 8, like something like that, right? And you just breathing, and you just relaxing yourself. Then after you finish counting in your head, then it's like a darkness, a quiet, like you're in a quiet mode. It's like complete darkness, just like Then all of a sudden you feel like something is the suction. It's like it's like almost like, how when somebody have like a vacuum cleaner and they take the end off of it, and it's just like a big hole that's like pulling everything in, like it could actually pull in a penny, like you put it next to a penny, or like different screws, and it's sucking it in, right? So it's just like if someone was to connect that to you, right? Like let's say they connected to your side, you know. I'm describing the feeling. Like this is the feeling, okay? The feeling I'm trying to explain, right? And they stick it onto you, and then it's pulling, like first of all it's gonna suction your skin. It's gonna suction your skin, and it's just gonna, like, whatever. It's just like a pinch, but just the imagination, people. The imagination. But that's what it feels like. It feels like, you're being pulled, right? So it's like after, you have that, like, that peaceful feeling, you're laying in the bed, you're about to, uh, you know, go to sleep or whatever, like, you know, but then you will overly feel uh like this pull, like you will feel like extremely tired, like you'll feel like extremely, like, so tired, and you're just fall asleep, like it's like you're being pulled to sleep, you know so then you get pulled, and then you're in to another realm, then you're in another realm. And sometimes when people are getting pulled like that into those realms, after falling asleep, like, I don't want to say falling asleep aggressively, but falling asleep, like being pulled into your dreams. You feel me? And some people don't even have to do any, you know, exercises before they go to sleep or whatever like that. Some people just immediately lay down, and then they just feel like all this pulling. Like they just feel like they feel like overly sleepy or overly tired, and then it's just like, you know, then you get like pulled in. You feel me? So, and some people are getting pulled in, and they getting pulled in, and they seeing monsters. Like they getting pulled into like a fight. Like, could you imagine being pulled in? to like the astral realm, and then you got like four karate men that's there ready to fight you. Like that's some crazy. That's the most craziest. That's crazy. Like you mean to tell me, like you being pulled into a mortal combat fight? You feel what I'm saying? Like you about to fight, and you're not even fighting one entity. You fighting four. Like you know what I'm saying? But and some people know what time it is. You know, so they be like prepared. You know what I'm saying? They be like really prepared. Like yo, they be just beating up all that shit. Here I go. Why am I cussing? Okay. Some people be prepared. They would be prepared to like fight, right? And they just beating them all up like boom, you know, killing them, or whatever. That's scary too. I feel like that's like scary too, like for people who really don't understand, who don't understand it, they be like, damn, like what the hell just happened? Like, you know, then they just get jumped. You feel me? By four ninjas or a big black figure or whatever, you know? Sometimes it happens like that, like where you could get sucked in and you'll see it immediately, like if something was there to attack you. You feel me? But if there's nothing there to attack you or nothing like that, sometimes it's just like you would hear like loud noises, like let's say if you don't get sucked in immediately or you fighting it, like some people will fight going into it, and so then they'll end up being stuck in a body, like they'll be stuck. It's like they'll be up where they could see everything, but they can't physically move their body, so therefore they they ears they ears is not operating in like the physical. So it's like if you're in a quiet room, right, when you went to sleep, you're not gonna be in that quiet. You're not gonna hear nothing. Your ears is gonna be like where your eyes is, like in that other realm. And you're gonna pick up different sounds, and sometimes it sounds like people talking on a loudspeaker, or like it sounds like people are talking like really like loud and stuff like that, or like uh you ever heard that song by Juice WRLD? I think his song is called Dreams, right? And you ever hear how the girls are speaking on the song? It's like they just talking while he's singing. It sounds like that. Like the beginning of the song, you hear people talking. It sounds like that. It's like you just hear people talking, right? And during this time, it's you still feel a pull, right? You still feel a pull, but you could physically see depending on where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Like what you could see, because sometimes I've heard other people say like when they be stuck, they still see the same things in their room. Like they see like they they sister, they be like they say like, oh, I saw my sister and I was trying to like signal her to get me so she could get me up. Right. I've heard, many people say that, they be up, right? And they could see everything that's going on in the room, right? And they trying to signal uh, you know, their relative or whoever they see in the room to wake them up, But of course they don't they just ignore them. You know what I'm saying? But it's just different when it comes to that dream, when it comes to that aspect of it. Like it's just different experiences that people can have um relating to that, you know. But those was just examples. I have I got in some books on astral travel and stuff like that. And I'm thinking about, like, I don't want to say starting a book club or nothing like that, but I'm definitely going to uh start reading books on astral travel to further obtain what other knowledge that people have gotten, because a lot of this stuff, like, I'm talking about, is for me having conversations, with no with other people, right? Well, many conversations, because I don't want to say like, oh, I had it like, this is many, many conversations, many, small conversations, not like just a whole, bunch, or whatever. But, and personal experiences. So I got these books that I'm gonna be reading and seeing what techniques uh they have for, like, astral traveling and stuff like that. Or what other information they have on it. You know what I'm saying? Um, or maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, so what the scary dreams on the astral realm. Um, hmm. I was talking about the things physically attacking, right? Entities physically attacking people, right? And sometimes it's like it don't have to even be certain things physically attacking people, but it could just be like the overall setting, right? You could be in the astral realm, right? And, you know, it just looks different. You feel me? It just looks like different and smoky, and, you know, you see like monsters. It's just like kind of like when you go to like a amusement park and you go to like their little scary ride that they have, and you get on it and you go through like a little door, and then it's like dark and it's smoky, and then it's like little ghost figures, or different kind of like monsters, like, with masks and stuff like that, you know, uh, cut up victims, bloodied up and stuff like that. And, you just in this dark place and you just riding through it. And, you know, here and there you might see some light, something to flash out, jump out, you know. It's kind of like that, you know. Or you just might see certain people that's just talking to you that just looks crazy, like, you feel me? Like somebody will probably talk to you and they got a whole knife in their head with blood running down their whole face. You feel me? It's just like crazy stuff, you know? Just the most heinous stuff, like, you know. That's what you see in the astral realm, in a scary, like, having a scary uh dream. I don't know, but it'll feel like weird because you're aware that you're dreaming. You know what I'm saying? You're aware that, all right, this is a dream. I'm aware of it, and I can't change the scene. This is the setting. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole difference between, like, the dream realm. Well, I didn't mean to say that, but that's the difference between lucid dreaming and, like, astral travel and having a dream. There's differences, right? So, like, with the difference with the lucid dreaming, right? Within the lucid dream, you're aware that you're dreaming, right? You're aware that you're dreaming, and with that awareness comes changing your scenery, right? So it's like, if you become aware that you're dreaming, then you have control in a lucid dream. Like, you usually controlling it, like, you know because at the end of the day, if you are having a scary dream in a lucid state and you become aware of it, then you could just immediately stop it and change the scenery and do something else. You know, you could eliminate all those other figures, like, all those, you feel me? Like, you could just eliminate all that. And so you're setting the scene up. You could change it and do something else. Um so then, with astral travel, it's like, yeah, you aware that you're dreaming, right? You're aware, right? Even though it's not really a dream, is an astral travel, whatever, but it's still happening when you sleep, so it's a dream state, whatever. Because that's what I'm talking about, dreams, okay? So, like, with the astral travel, it's like you aware that you are dreaming, but yet um you can't change nothing. Like, you can't change nothing. Like, it's just like the control factor ain't there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I noticed from my experience, right? Now, reading certain books, I don't know, like, I gotta see what other people are talking about, within their books. Maybe it is possible within the astral travel that, you're able to change it. But for what I've had, uh, from my personal experience, no, you can't. You cannot change. If you astral traveling and you become aware that you are in a dream, and you are aware and you try to change it, and if you can't change it, that is an astral travel. That means that you are in a different like a different realm or some shit. Like, this is beyond, like, sleep, like, and then within that realm, like, you could be summons. Like, people are using, see, now this is going to be that's going to turn into a whole nother topic, but it would turn into a whole nother topic. I'm not trying to turn this into, like, a whole nother topic, you know. I'm not trying to do that, but because that'll be it'll be a long, but I'll talk about that at another time. But yeah, so within that state, yeah, you can be summons, but I'm not going to talk about that. But Yeah, so there's different, and and when you have like a just a regular dream, it's like you just have a regular dream. Like, you know, sometimes when people dream, they think it's real. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a crazy thing. It's like you go to sleep and you have a dream and you think it's so real. It feels so real. And then you wake up and you're like, damn, I thought that was real. Like, you know, I feel like most like regular dreams feel like you just it feels real, like, and everything that's in the dream realm, I feel like is intensified. Like, everything gets intensified. Like, if you ever cried in a dream, yo, that's like the worst feeling ever. Like, you feel like it'll feel like your heart is coming out of your chest, like with immense emotions. It's like it's just too much emotions, and it hurts. Like, you feel me? I remember laughing in a dream. Oh my God. That was just like too intense. Too intense, too intense, too intense. But yeah, so I think I've been on here for like a long while, but I want to thank you so much for rocking out uh with this live. And if you're interested in dreams, um definitely, if you want to be a part of the dream workings that I have, it's just a group for dream discussions to talk about the dreams that we are having and how it makes us feel. If you are interested in joining that, just look in the description and the description box, and you know click the link and sign up. All right.